Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. In this box here, which I haven't opened yet, I have got the new Pinter. Now for those of you that don't know, the Pinter is a way of brewing beer at home in small batches. It does it in 10 pints. I've not even opened the box yet. Now this video is going to be a little bit different because although there are videos already on YouTube that explain how the Pinter works, I'm going to go through the complete unboxing from the very beginning, and then I'm going to show you the contents of the box, putting it together, doing our first brew, and then over the next 7 to 10 days I'm going to record every day the process of the fermenting and then the carbonation until right at the end, where we'll then be able to draw off the first batch of beer and see what it tastes like. Now I have done home brewing before. I normally do 40 pints at a time, but I get mixed results. It takes a bit of time. You put it in a pressure vessel and it can lose carbonation, or you've got to bottle it and it's just a bit of a pain. So I decided 10 pint batches would be ideal for me, and that's why I bought the Pinter. So let's get on with it. Right, so opening the box up, I'm just going to move this to the side slightly. We can go through the contents of what we've got inside the box. First thing is there is one of the packs in here for brewing our first beer. This is the House Pale Light Session IPA. That's come with the Pinter. I'm not going to be doing that for my first brew. I've got something else I want to do instead. Then inside this box we've got the actual Pinter, which we'll open up first of all. So I'm going to open this up, show you what it looks like. I made a mistake when I ordered this. I thought I'd ordered 2 pressure barrels because I wanted to have one brewing whilst the other was in the fridge, but I didn't. My mistake. Right, so also in the box, let's have a look here. We have got, I believe this is going to be the stand or the feet for the Pinter. I was totally wrong here. This is the brew dock. It's vital for brewing the beer and for tapping it afterwards. Without it, it does nothing. It's more than just feet. Which, yep, there it is. Make it stand up on the counter. No electricity involved in this machine. It does it all itself, all naturally, and it's countertop, so you can just put it to the side and let it do its thing. And then finally, inside the box, what have we got here? It's a bit light. I think this might actually be just an empty box. Just an empty box, which I assume they use to stop things sliding around inside the packaging when it's being delivered. So we can put all that to the side for now. Here it is, the Pinter. Right, okay, so we're now going to do our first brew together. Start with the instructions, always a good idea. Scan for fresh notes, our guide to all things Pinter. Please note this is not instructions. Okay. So there's our handle as well, which we'll be using to draw off the beer. Now we're going to need to sanitize this, I assume, because when you're brewing beer, it's vital you make sure everything is clean. Anybody that's done homebrew will know you need to sterilize all your equipment and your pressure vessel, etc., bottles, anything that is going to be coming into contact with the brew needs to be clean, otherwise it will go bad. So I'm assuming there will be some sort of sterilizer inside the first batch of beer. I'm not doing this one. I'm going to go and grab the one I am doing, which is a little spicy number. And here it is. So anybody that knows me knows I do like a stronger beer, because personally I think the stronger the beer, generally the more flavour. Not always, but generally. So I've got a space hopper here. That's a 7% double IPA. And I'm going to open the box up, see what's inside. Okay, and this one says it's got tastes of peach and mango. So a spicy little number. And inside the box we have got our beer malt. This is a golden colour, slight haze, strong intense hop flavour, but with enough malt in to balance things out. And it's fruity, full-bodied, hoppy, and it says that the ingredients are malt extract, inverted sugar syrup, hop extracts, water, a yeast nutrient, which is zinc, zinc, something like that. So that's there. We've also got in here our purifier, do not consume. And that's what we use to clean our pinter to make sure it's got no nasty bacteria in it. We've also got our brewing yeast as well, which obviously we need to ferment the sugar into alcohol. And I believe, and I don't know what this is, a hopper, if applicable. Empty. The reason this box was empty is because that may contain a hopper which is added to some brews at a later date, but not in this case. So that was what's inside the box. Now, what do we do first? Well, I haven't got any instructions, so I suppose I'm going to have to go onto their website on my phone, scan the QR code, which is there, and see what instructions it tells me I need to do. It's saying download the Pinter app for step-by-step instructions. Right, okay, so I need to download the app and install that on my phone, and then hopefully we can actually get on to brewing some beer. This is taking ages. Right, so first step is to add a pinter, saying there. And I'm going to add the pinter. Version selector. Add a name. Right, so I've got to add my... So I've got to give it a name. I'm going to call it Pinter 1. And it says enter your Pinter serial number, which is on the bottom there. Okay, that's done, and now it says I can start brewing. So click on start brewing, I suppose. So I've got to choose the beer that I'm brewing, and this is Space Hopper. Recommended. Brewing over a longer period will result in a dry, more rounded finish in line with the beer's full potential. Brewing over 14 days. So this is going to be a long video for me to film, but for you it will be short because I'm going to condense it all into one video. Brewing 7 days, conditioning 7 days. Start date today, and it'll be ready to drink. So today's the 22nd of June, it'll be ready to drink on the 16th of July. It's given me an option to contact support if I have any problems, which I don't need to. So we've got our instructions. The first thing to do is to purify the pinter, and it's given me purifying instructions here. Rotate the carbonation dial and set it to number 5. Done. Unclip the top handle sideways and remove the front plate and unscrew the main cap. So there's the front plate, and I've got to lift up this handle and unscrew this cap. There we go, done. Check the tap collar. Check the tap is fully screwed into the pinter. Tap is there, and yep, that's fully screwed in. Add the purifier into the pinter. Please ensure you read your safety instructions on the label before. So add the purifier into the pinter. Scissors. Purifier. Done. Add hot water. Fill to the internal black line with water from the hot tap. Internal black line, all right, yeah, I can see that. Right, hot water. So over to the tap, fill up with hot water. Hot water's in the pinter with the purifier. Add the conical to the main cap, which is already on there. It's this part here, the conical. I think, get that off. Oh, it just pulls off. Oh, right, yeah, it just pulls off it. But it's already on there, so that's fine. And then I assume we screw on the main cap, which we do, and ensure the handle is down, which signifies that it's in the locked position, which it is. Shake the pinter using both handles for 30 seconds in order to mix the contents. So there's a handle on the front, there, and there's also a handle on the back, oh, whoops, on the back, here. We've got to shake for 30 seconds. Alexa, set a timer for 30 seconds. Alexa, stop. Attach the brewing dock, which is this thing here that I called a bracket earlier, which goes on the front. Handle back down. Does it go like that? I don't know. Oh, I see. So there's like little wood rough, or it's like keyed there, and it's keyed on the top. So right, okay, I see. Right, okay, that was simple enough. Yep, just put it down, turn it. Now we're locked in place. Cool. Check the brewing dock alignment. So we need to make sure that it's aligned properly, which mine would appear is. Set aside for 10 seconds. Turn the pinter over and set aside for 10 seconds. Okay. I've got water all over my table now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Purify the brewing dock. So in the sink, hold the brewing dock and rotate anti-clockwise to release the purified brewing dock. Empty the brewing dock. I think I'll take you with me. Right, so in theory, I should just turn this off the brewing dock and all the water should come out. Oh, it didn't. On the instructions, it showed it sort of going everywhere, but it hasn't. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't show that. It just shows a little bit of it coming out. And that sort of signifies that it's a splash a little bit in there. And then we need to tip that out. Okay. Right, so put that aside for a second. Aha. So that's now rinsed through the brewing dock. So that's now been purified. Actually, we'll stay here for a second. Set the carbonation dial to off. I just heard some air come out, don't know if you did. Purify the carbonation dial. Turn the pinter upside down, lift it, and let the purifier flow through the carbonation dial for 10 seconds. When set to the off position, the carbonation dial is open and will let water through the valve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's now purified the carbonation valve. And the next instruction, attach the handle. Push the tap handle down into the tap to attach it. Okay, and I assume we're going to open this up and let all of it come out. Purify the tap. Reattach the tap handle and pour 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To remove the tap handle, mummy, unscrew the main cap and let all the contents out. No need to rinse. So that's the sanitisation process complete, and now we need to go on to the actual brewing process. So we just hit the start brewing button. Brewing instructions. Set the carbonation dial to 5. Add water to the fill line, which is that black line inside. Now, purists will use mineral water here. I haven't got any, I forgot to get it, and I want to get this video done. So we are going to use plain cold tap water. I know, I'm a cretin. We actually have quite hard water here as well, so that's even worse, but that's what we're doing today. We're filling up to the black line. Add the fresh press, so this is where we're putting in our malt extract into the pinter. So we're going to grab that. And then carefully pour it in. Don't want to lose any of this goodness. There it goes. See that? Nectar. I'm trying to squeeze as much of this out as I can, because the more we get in there, the more flavour we'll have. Right, so that's the contents of that in. Then I assume the next is yeast, and put the lid on. What do the instructions say? Add the yeast. If you have a hopper, keep it aside. Well, we don't have a hopper in this brew, so we don't need to worry about that. Screw on the main cap. So let's put the yeast in. This is where the magic happens. Now we put the cap on. I assume we leave that cone in there. It doesn't say to take it out. So, and then we've got to shake it. That's locked into place. Get the handle out again. Give it a shake. That's that. Shaky, shaky. Attach the brewing dock. check the brewing dock is aligned, which it is. Turn the pinter over and leave in a safe space at room temperature for the recommended time. Right, okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. I think we're almost done here. Right, so I've turned the pinter over. I've got it in a safe space. I've got to leave it to brew at room temperature between 16 and 25 degrees. Some hissing is normal. Obviously, that's going to be where the carbon dioxide is released from the yeast eating the sugar and turning it into alcohol. So that is the brew now started. Now I need to log that in my app. So I'm going to do that now. Brewing started today. Right, so we just got to wait now and come back. I assume that will just start ticking down itself, I guess. We'll find out, won't we? We'll come back in a few days and see how things are going. Okay, so it's the end of day 2 and the pinter is making some noise, it's bubbling. Now I don't think you're going to be able to hear it because of the noise of the fridge in the background. But it is bubbling, which means fermentation is occurring. It is time to try Le Pinter. It is done. How will it be? Okay, so here we are. The pinter is done, conditioned. I think I just have to push this onto the tap. There we go. Just click that on. Now apparently we have to put off the first half a pint before we can drink it. So I've got my glamorous assistant here. Ooh. Oh, look at it. It's got a load of body. It looks really good. It's fizzy. Let's have a look at that. Hold that up to the light. Wow, that actually looks pretty clear. For a 7% double IPA, that's looking good, mate. Okay, so I'm going to pour off the first pint of this slower than the last person did. Here we go. It's very gassy. I suppose it will be to start. It's a lot of foam. I'm trying to put it as far as I can.
Let's have a look at the first.
And that's looking alright. That looks pretty decent. It smells nice, making a puddle on the floor. Whoops. Okay. So we're going to pull this off and then let it settle a little bit and go in the garden. This is a nice sunny day. And try it. Okay, so here it is. Our first brew. It's very hazy, but I was kind of expecting that really from a double IPA. Smells, it's hard to say. I don't know, it does smell a bit like a homebrew. I'm not convinced it's going to taste all that great. We'll see. It looks pretty good. Definitely not in a glass I stole from Brewdog. Right, here goes. Wow. That's actually really good. That's actually really good. It's... what can I compare it to? It's a bit like a Brewdog Double Hazy. It's a bit sweeter. A slightly more... There's a very slight metallic taste to it. Very slight. Like a magnesium taste maybe. But you know what? That is damn good. And for something I brewed from home, I'm really pleased with that. It's better than any homebrew I've ever done, let's be honest. So, yeah, good. Can't complain. I'll be doing more.